All right, Adam. The Game Awards came and went, but what's happened with the Game Awards is that it's now become a replacement for E3, which means the biggest gaming news comes out from the Game Awards. Now, what I like about the Game Awards and the game announcements is that E3 was always like a shareholders meeting where Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, they're showing games that video gamers, game players would like, but they're also showing things that are just gonna like buy them stock prices. So you're gonna see garbage like do you remember Foam Stars? Did you ever see that game at
Yeah.
E3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody played it. You had no desire to play it, right?
No, no way.
But the reason they showed it is because they wanted to show shareholders that they're making something that could be as successful as Splatoon, or which is Nintendo's big successful IP. Or they make games and try to show off games like a Smash Brothers clone or something like that. Whereas the Game Awards, it's game makers marketing directly to game players and people who would buy the game. So you get to see more interesting stuff, more things that get you hyped or get you bricked, as you would say. So, Adam, I kind of picked out some of my favorite things that were shown at the Game Awards announcements, and I want to go through them and get your thoughts on them. Does that sound good?
I can't wait to share some of the things I found interesting.
All right. Right out of the gate, one of the first things they showed was Slay the Spire 2. Now, Adam, you played Slay the Spire, right?
Yes, very good game. I never fully beat it. These games can be frustrating if, like, I played a lot of it, but if you can't, like, if it's too difficult, like, I mean, that's a whole different discussion. Yes, I played it. Very good game.
The thing that immediately it made me think of was what I said about Balatro, where I like the gameplay loop of Balatro, but I wish it had a story or characters or combat. Why didn't you mention that Slay the Spire is basically Balatro, but with all the stuff that I wanted?
One, because we weren't reviewing Slay the Spire, and two, I mean, to say there's a plot is somewhat generous.
But no, but my point was like you don't even need like a plot, you just need something to move you forward, whereas Balatro is just like make the points higher.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a good game. It also is more of a time investment, and I don't know. It did. We were reviewing Balatro, so it just didn't come up. I'm sorry.
You
Okay.
should be sorry, you fool. No, I the thing is Slay the Spire, just because it looked like Balatro plus the things I want. I'm hyped about Slay the Spire too. I didn't expect to be. Uh, Next thing, I think you're gonna hate this one, Adam. But they're making another Ninja Gaiden game. It's a side-scrolling Ninja Gaiden game. Looks like a Metroidvania type thing. It looked good.
Well,
Does this?
before we move here, you didn't even let me talk. Slay the Spire 2, I'm on board. Let's do it. The first game was very successful. They had a ton of variety, different ways to make me wanting to keep going back even after I almost completed the whole game. I would have liked, I mean, I don't know. I got to the final boss. It would be nice if almost there was a difficulty. Just, it bothers me that I'll never actually truly beat it. There's just no way. But very good game. I am excited for this. I'm gonna put this on Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Slay the Spire 2, because right now Slay the Spire was on PlayStation, and it's a perfect game to play on the road, on the airport or airplane, and in bed. Like you, I know you have the Portal. Either way, can't wait. No, Ninja Garden, um, Aiden, garbage. Could care less. Okay, I could care less. This game, it doesn't look bad. Keep side scrollers for the Super Nintendo. We've gotten past that. I'm not interested in this. It was nice and colorful gameplay. Like doesn't move the needle for me at all. Keep it. Don't care. I
But
do wonder if it has someone going down on one of the characters like one of the original Ninja Gaidens did.
did that happen in the original Ninja Gaiden?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like it they didn't actually go down on them, but the clip clearly there's like two guys and they're having a conversation and the one guy sings.
Oh,
Yeah.
you I mean, that's a perfect Steam Deck game. The Ninja Gaiden side scrollers. Those are great
No,
for Steam Deck.
I'm not doing that. No, I don't want side scrollers. They suck. Doesn't move the needle. I don't want it. There's nothing that screams unique to me. Get it out of here. Give me Slay the Spire 2.
All right. Next game that they showed was a game called One Move Away. It's a game where you're just packing up a car, I guess, getting ready to move. Um, I have my own thoughts about this. Adam, you put something. What do you think about this game?
No, I want what are your takes that way I can rip them apart?
So this is obviously a ripoff of the notable game called Unpacking that came out. It was a indie darling where it's all about unpacking boxes and filling up a room with all the things in the boxes. But as you do it, it tells the story as you progress through a woman's life, unpacking her room as she goes off to college, unpacking her room as she gets a job, unpacking her room as she moves in with a significant other and splits up and gets older. And it's pretty touching because there's an emergent narrative that pops out just based on what you're doing. This is just somebody taking that idea and just turning it 3D and trying to act like it's an original game. It pisses me off that it's such an unoriginal take. But it also pisses me off because I'm tired of these like cozy games. They're trying to make a new genre of game called cozy games where like you're not really doing much. It's not stressful. You don't have too much going on. And I'm not the target audience for it. I get it. I mean, I played Animal Crossing. It was fun, but like damn it, it's just not. I don't know. They all feel unoriginal. It's just like a fancy way of wasting your time, and it bothers me.
So I can see that take. If you want easy game, play freaking Farmville, right? But why would you waste your time on that? I do understand, but what I don't agree with is the fact that this game is an interesting concept. Alex, I know you have never packed the car on a trip or in general. You make your wife do it. I understand that. But if you would take a little time out of your life to actually pack a car, you would understand how rewarding it is to have too much stuff that should not be able to fit in that trunk or that car, and yet you find a way to do it. It's like Tetris in real life. It's very rewarding. It's like they make these videos that are satisfying to watch. That's what that is. They've taken that concept, I think, obviously I haven't played it, but it looks like they've taken that concept and they've inserted it into this game. Now, to be successful, there's a couple things they've got to do. Number one, it's got to feel visceral. You got to feel rewarded. You've got to, that little, I don't know if it's a dopamine rush or euphoria, whatever it is, when in real life you fit everything in and the last little folder or box fits perfectly in there and you're just like, dang, I'm good. You got to be able to feel that. And two, I think it needs to be a little visceral, right? And I don't know how they're going to do that in a flat game, by the way, but like you should have to like really need to push
Yeah.
the door to close that or add. Oh, you could break your guitar, or you could break something if you do it wrong. Not just, oh, the door doesn't shut. Oh, shucks. No, you got to have some stakes in there. And I think there's a possibility here. It looks more of like a VR game though, too, honestly. Like in flat mode, I don't see this having much impact.
Yeah, I think the big thing is going to be like the satisfaction you're talking about is when you put everything in there and then you push the car door shut and it fights back and then you just like push your weight against it and it closes and you're like, we are as efficiently packed as possible. Everything's in there. If one thing budges, the whole thing explodes. Yeah,
Like
this
you
won't be able to do that.
don't even know what you're talking about. Your wife does. Put your wife on the podcast.
She doesn't want to talk to you, Adam.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I get that. I get that. Is it because the one time I mentioned that I was going to get an Oriental rug, or that she was Oriental, or something? What was?
No, I'm just joking. She just, yeah, she's
Yeah,
doing stuff.
sure, sure, sure. Okay, best VR award. We're both very obviously have a lot of interest in VR. We have a VR podcast. We love VR. Batman. What do you think?
I mean, I have this game because I got a Quest 3 and it came with it. I haven't touched it, but the footage of it seems uninspiring. It looks like an arcade game. It doesn't look like anything revolutionary. I mean, Asgard's Wrath 2, which I haven't played, just seems like it'd be better. But like, I don't know, man. But what do you think the best VR game was
Did
this year
you
that you
go
played?
out of the way to get it bundled with the game, or is it like a pack-in game when you get a Quest 3?
It's a pack-in game when you get a Quest 3. Yeah.
Oh, that makes it maybe worse.
I mean, you can buy it separate, but it's like giving Horizon Call of the Mountain best VR game, which like there's it's cool and stuff, but like I don't know, man. To me, the best VR game I played was Legendary Tales. I know you disagree, but like that was great. Or look at something like Humanity, right? Like I guess Humanity was last year, but
Yeah, I mean, so my take with the whole category here, right, is that look at the games nominated to win this, and that is why VR is not respected widely in the gaming space. All these games suck. Are you telling me you can't? I mean, and it's not maybe the fault of the game awards, right? Like you can only nominate and only the games that are actually out there are winning. But those are the best games we have. If so, that's sad. That's bad. I've never played this game. I watched gameplay of this game after it won because I was curious. This looks like a borderline rhythm game because it doesn't look like you have free will that you go where you want and then you're attacking how you want. It's like it's telling you, oh, at this point, press the letter X or whatever button combinations it are. Like, what's that? Like, it doesn't look great. The puzzles look very pedestrian. I agree, it doesn't look great, but I didn't play it. But for that to win game of like best VR, that's sad, in my opinion.
yeah, I agree. I I mean, I think the downside is that like just not enough people play VR games. I think there's probably weirder but better VR games out there other than Asgard's Wrath, Arizona Sunshine Remake. Metro Awakening might be great. I haven't tried that yet, or Metal Hellsinger, but it's disappointing. Like it's almost like all the nominees are the games that somebody who doesn't play VR nominated.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it does sound like that. But also, I I just don't. I don't think there's a ton. I mean, I could see Legendary Tales being out there, right? Okay.
Should be, man. So
Now,
good.
what happens with Behemoth? So it's out now, but obviously was released too late in the year to be nominated. But then next year, it's not a 2025 game, so could it get nominated next year, you think?
I think so, yeah. So like the Alien game coming out is what people are hoping can be nominated. I did Resident Evil 4 get nominated last year?
No, because I think they said it was like a DLC or like it wasn't a new game. It was just
Yeah, that's
isn't that
that's
garbage?
awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
garbage. Why are you talking? You haven't even played it, freaking turd. Next game.
Adam, next game. Does the name Warren Spector mean anything to you?
Sounds like I'm gonna name my next deuce.
He's a legendary game designer who made the Thief games. I believe he made the Deus Ex game. So he's a really good game designer, specifically around stealth. He's got a new multiplayer game called Thick as Thieves. The trailer is mostly cinematic, but the point gets across. Imagine a heist game, Adam, where you and me are competing to break into a house and steal something stealthily. Does that sound fun to you at all? It sounds really fun to me. I could see that being really good.
Um,
Like I'm trying to do things to make you get caught. You're trying to do things to make me get caught. We don't really have direct combat. Like we're not shooting each other.
yeah, possibly. I feel like it's just gonna get old fairly quickly, and you got to play with someone that you know. I don't think I would enjoy this playing with a random person.
Oh yeah, that's true. I could see that.
Yeah, yeah. But
Really, I
I'll
love the
ask
trailer.
my own War Inspector here in a couple hours.
I just really like the trailer for the music in the trailer. That Jane's Addiction song was really good, really fitting. Some of these are just like great trailers. But Adam, the next game, this was a huge surprise to me.
What's the best trailer you've ever seen in your life, you think?
Oh, the Tetris Effect trailer.
Yeah. I now the Arc Raiders is a close second, but the Tetris Effect easily, I agree, was way better than the game itself.
I
But
watched it many times. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, this next game blew my mind. I really want to play it. Bandai Namco is making a Metroidvania called Shadow Labyrinth, which cool. It looks cool, but the secret is that you're walking around with Pac-Man, and so you power up and turn it into Pac-Man. But it looks like it makes sense. Did you watch the trailer for this game at all?
I did.
It looks awesome.
It looks stupid. Are
You
you
look
kidding
stupid.
me? Are you joking? This is
I
the
love it.
dumbest idea I have heard in a long time. It makes no sense. They're just taking the only. I don't know why they're holding on to Pac Man, but he's starting to become irrelevant. He should have become irrelevant many, 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 many years ago. And they're like, we got to do something with him. It doesn't make sense why he's in a game like this. The graphics look incredibly average. The concept I've already suggested, I think, is really stupid. The side scrolling balls, I've already talked to you about. I don't want a 2D side scroller, especially when it's probably going to be overly difficult. It doesn't stand out and isn't unique in any way. The music, albeit, is I have very little, only the trailer to go from. But if you think about, oh, they're going to put the best of what they've got in the trailer to convince us to play it, the music, horrible. And hard pass, not interested. This could be $5.99 on the PlayStation Store, and guess what? I'm gonna go out and get a Rocky Road ice cream cone rather than waste my time with this bullcrap game. Stupid concept. What do you think about that?
I think you just described Kingdom Hearts.
I hate you. Is this a day one buy for you?
I don't know. I mean, I need to see more about it. I do really like the idea of like some kind of a weird take on Pac-Man. I'm here for that. A weird take on Pac-Man. That's awesome.
But
It's one of the better weird takes I've seen on an original game IP.
but the game, other than that little thing, does the rest of the game actually appeal to you? Like, does it look good?
Yeah, Metroidvanias are fun. Like, it's not difficult to make a Metroidvania like be decently fun. And if this Pac-Man thing is like an interesting enough twist, I'll say I'm interested in it. Right? I want to see more, which is more than I can say for most of these trailers. I want to see more.
Fair, fair.
The next one got me really excited. Do you know who Yu Suzuki is?
I think that's the name of the next urination I'm gonna take.
Well, he made Outrun, he made Hang On, he made Virtua Fighter, and he made Shenmue, which are all pretty landmark games. This is his next game, and it's called Steel Paws. And it's incredibly forgettable because I already forgot what it was like, especially because they declared it is a mobile game, which is such a fall from grace that like a legendary game designer's next big thing is a mobile game. I get if they make one on the side, but like this is his next thing. It just makes me sad.
I
Um,
mean, Shinmu, more like Shamu, am I right? Here's the thing, mobile games, I don't know why, I don't know who buys them, but they can make money. So,
yeah.
I mean, you're probably gonna make some money off it, right? Now, I didn't watch a trailer for this. I don't play mobile games. I don't want to play a mobile game, but business-wise, I could see, it being decently successful, right?
I
Maybe.
mean,
Again,
Balatro is a mobile game.
what is?
Balatro, I played it on my phone.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a fantastic game, right?
Yeah.
So I think there's potential. I don't know anything about the game. I didn't watch it, so I
Yeah.
still pause is a stupid name. Is it about dogs?
It is some animal fighting thing, yeah.
Ugh. Okay, next.
All right, next I'm going into what I call the hits. These are the games that got me hyped or the big games. The Witcher 4 got announced with a cinematic trailer that was pretty interesting. It showed what the Witcher's doing. A woman has to go to a cave to get sacrificed to a monster. This Witcher, who's now Ciri now, it's the woman from the game. She's become the Witcher. She kicks the girl out of the cave, kills the monster, comes back, and it turns out the village people killed the girl because she was supposed to sacrifice herself. Interesting premise of the story. The graphics looked incredible. I know it's pre-rendered, Adam, but still, really good pre-render stuff indicates that they have some good technology behind them. Do you have any interest in The Witcher 4, or would you ever play The Witcher 3, which is supposed to be one of the best RPGs of all time?
Yeah, we may play it on our podcast. Gaming is in session. Now, I would play it because I have been told by multiple people, "Yo, dude, that's a game. Like it's one of their favorite games of all time." So I would play it. I also know it's a heck of a game and it's very long, and you better settle in. So that's kind of one of the hurdles. Am I ready to invest 120 hours in a game? But I do need to play it. Now, my thought on Witcher 4, I hate these games. If you don't have any actual gameplay to show me, you're wasting my time. You're telling me you don't care. You don't value our time as watchers, as players. I don't care. We can make a pretty movie all the time. Who gives a crap? Okay, yes, they say pre-rendered and a custom build of Unreal Engine 5. All right, zero gameplay, unrealistic graphics. It's not what it's going to look like. There's a little bit of plot, not enough really to move the map for me. I could care less about this trailer. Stop wasting my time. Show me gameplay or don't show me anything at all.
How about the Elden Ring Night Rain? This is a co-op focused Elden Ring standalone title that it's amazing they're releasing this so soon after the DLC for Elden Ring. Adam, I know you don't like Souls games,
Yeah.
but if it's one designed around you and I playing together, do you think you could get into it maybe?
The issue is just simply, man, the difficulty. Like I admit, make fun of me. I'm a freaking loser. Go ahead. I name my P's and poos after game developers, right? All right, that's how it is. I don't like playing a game and losing all the time or having to barely scratch by or push my skills at all points in the game to the very limit. If it's the very end boss, okay, it's somewhat expected, right? That's what a game's supposed to be. But to always die, I can't do it. Like even co-op, it's not fun. Like
That's why I think this might be more up your alley. Is that I can carry you or you can carry me. We can revive each other rather than outright dying. It makes it see because I also have an issue with
that's
Elden
what we
Ring's
do for
difficulty.
Helldivers and other. I would rather sit down and just talk to you like this than play Helldivers 2 with you. Because most time you carry me, it's too difficult. It's not fun. Now, if we go down to level 3 and I'm just walking around nuking people and shooting bad guys and I'm not dying every 15 seconds, okay, I can get behind that. That's why I don't think I'm gonna like Elden Ring. That's why I haven't played it. That's why it's not on my radar. And so, although this looked cool, it didn't move the needle for me because I know I'm not gonna play it. But for those who would, I think that's a pretty good announcement.
That was a good surprise. The next one is maybe the hugest surprise for me. We played Shadow of the Colossus. I don't know if you've played Ico or Eco. We
No,
should
I
play
have not.
that. Great. The Last Guardian, another one of their games I haven't played yet. I always needed to. That's on our, that we should put that on the list. I had no idea these guys were working on a new game. This game, again, it was a cutscene, but it was some timer counting down to a shockwave hitting, and it was a dude climbing up a mech, kind of like in Shadow of the Colossus, and then he launches the mech's head up in the air so it doesn't get hit by a shockwave. The mood of the cinematics, of the graphics, of the sound, it got me so hyped. This is Project Robot from Fumito Ueda. Any excitement for you from the people that made Shadow of the Colossus?
I mean, the honestly, the biggest obstacle for me is I hated Shadow of the Colossus. Despised it. And you're right. This looked in the potentially in the similar vein, which if it is, there's no way I'm playing it. Like I despise the Shadow of the Colossus. It's not the worst game I've ever played by any means. It's not the most frustrating. That's Outer Wilds by far. But yeah, I mean, if it's similar, I don't want to play it. And you like mechs for some reason. I don't care about mechs.
Yeah.
So that doesn't move the needle for me. I'll learn more, but I can't say I left super excited.
Okay. All right. This is not Outer Wilds, Adam, but the next game is Outer Worlds 2. This is the group who made like Fallout New Vegas, which just took the engine of Fallout 3 but put a really good story around it. They made their own game, Outer Worlds, and it was like well received, but like 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. I played a little bit and wasn't too moved, but this one looked really good. It was like all gameplay in the trailer. Looked really fun. Looked almost like Doom. Not Doom Eternal. Yeah, just Doom. Like you'd see a Doom VFR or something. Did you watch this one at all?
This one actually did not. So, I mean, Outer Worlds, I definitely could be wrong, but it looked like you just were running around doing a bunch of errands and talking to people and stuff.
No, this is like shooting. It's an RPG like Skyrim. It's kind of like a Skyrim
Oh,
type RPG,
but in space, right?
but in space with first person shooter combat.
Yeah, I hate the concept. I don't
Okay.
like outer space. I didn't watch it, so I can't say I'm not interested. It's something I'm gonna have to look up. Yeah,
Next game.
yeah.
Next game from the people who won Game Awards last year or 2 years ago. They won it for It Takes Two, a co-op game about a husband and wife divorcing or something like that. They make good concepts for co-op games. This game is called Split Fiction. You play two women who get sucked into their own novels that they're writing, and you have to play at the same time and work together to get through the stories in the novels, branching from sci-fi for one girl and fantasy for the other. I want to play this with somebody. I know you're going to hate it for numerous reasons I just said, but Adam, what they do when you buy this game, you get a friend pass and you can give it to somebody so you can play together. Are you going to play this with me on March 6th?
I love that idea. That is fantastic. So it's not a, what do you call it? I don't know the word. It's not like you replay this and it changes every time. You play it like
No.
one time, right? It's like
Yeah, it's a linear story, yeah.
it sounds like a game for Gaming is in Session, the podcast is what it sounds like.
And we'd really be pulling each other through the game. Yeah. Okay, no. I'm slot that for March 6th. I want to play it. I think we could play it together. We can warm up with one of their other games about the couple divorcing. I'll be
Mm,
the girl if it makes it easier for you to play.
maybe we won't. Okay, new game.
Onimusha. You ever play Onimusha? It was a samurai game that used the same engine as Resident Evil on the PS2.
Sorry, I don't play games I can't pronounce.
This looks amazing, but it says 2026, so I'm just not even going to think about it
Wow.
until then. Yeah.
Jeez, why are they showing that this early? Like
To
if
show that they're working on it, I guess.
but if it's a huge IP, like the
It's
last
not.
I get
Yeah.
it, but something like this seems unnecessary.
It's
Or
a well-known
bigger than
IP.
I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
you better be Gran Turismo. You better be GTA 6. You better be
oh
something
yeah.
huge, not
Yeah.
that. But okay, whatever.
Did you ever play Okami?
I saw this trailer. It looked like crap. Again, I don't play games I can't pronounce.
It's Zelda, but you're a dog. A dog sun god in Japan. The whole game looks like watercolors, and you have to paint the screen to like build a bridge and make the sun come up and stuff like that while having like Zelda-like combat. First one was great. They announced a sequel. Jeff Keighley almost cried announcing the sequel. That was kind of funny. But I think the big thing is the original director, I think his name's Kamiya, joined back with Capcom. You obviously don't care. Let's move on. Dispatch, Adam. This game got me excited. Did you ever play like those Telltale games like Walking Dead or Wolf Among Us or Tales from the Borderlands?
I think I tried Tales of the Borderlands, and I mean, I played Walking Dead VR.
No, you tried Borderlands, like the first person shooter. This is almost like watching a movie where you like choose your own adventure, choose what you're going to say and stuff like that.
I've read books like that. I don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well, Adam, we just got a couple more here. Intergalactic, the big announcement from Naughty Dog. It's coming out in 2025. What did you think about this trailer?
I hate you people. All right? I do. What about this has people excited? It was so generic. It just like The Witcher 4, even more so, wasted our time. They might as well just had a big thing that said Naughty Dog's working on something because that's all it was. We don't know anything about the plot. We saw absolutely zero gameplay. At least they said that they were showing, I guess, action from the game engine. So we should, if I understood correctly, expect the game to look like that did, which I mean, sure, it looked good. But I guess what, Alex? I know a lot of games that look really good. So it's not like that really separates itself. I'm so uninterested. Oh, let's get a space person in space going to different planets killing monsters. I've never heard that idea before. I mean, come on. Stupid. Make another Jack and Daxter or something. Like, geez, oh, Pete. So, no, I'm not excited. I could care less. Go ahead. I know you loved it. I bet you can't wait.
I can't wait because of the pedigree of Naughty Dog. I don't want another Last of Us.
You didn't even like Last of Us.
I said I don't. I recognize the game is great. I don't want another one. I don't want another. What's their other game? Uncharted. I don't care about that. I'm excited to see a new
Yeah,
IP.
boring. Fair.
I'm excited to see a new IP. This looks like it's not going to be an over-the-shoulder shooter either. I love space stuff. I'm pumped about this game, and the cinematics are like some of the best cinematics I've ever seen in a video game ever. So that's cool. Um, yeah,
But they're
and
already so. What about this stands out that you're like, whoa, that is different than anything I've seen?
Naughty Dog taking on third-person melee combat. Because Naughty Dog's gameplay is really good, just some things I don't care about in what they actually do. Uncharted was a third person shooter. Last of Us is a third person shooter. I'm excited to see them move away from third person shooters and into like a more open ended story that has something interesting beyond. It seems like it has a big story rather than like a small scale story.
Why? Well, what makes you think that?
Because you're exploring an entire planet rather than just getting from point A to point B.
Probably gonna be the same thing. I hope this game sucks, and I'm gonna rub it in your face.
I hope you suck, Adam. Adam, the biggest news of all for the Game Awards. Helldivers 2 got a free update. Dropped. I played it today. I'm going to play it when we get done with the show, Adam. Are you going to play with me?
No,
All
I.
right. I don't need you to.
I mean, I don't want. I don't. I'm sorry. I still don't like it. I've got waifu Pokemon to play, and I'm gonna play that. I, Alex, to me, this Game Awards has been a disappointment. Nothing here blew my mind. Now, maybe like I shouldn't have expected that, right? If you're a Witcher fan, yeah, you're probably thrilled. I'm assuming this is the first time anyone. I'm assuming that kind of shadow dropped and totally surprised people.
Yeah.
Intergalactic, there's just not enough info to feel like, whoa, this is huge. And all of the other games, like, although, yeah, they're like maybe cool, there's nothing big here, right? I mean, was there even anything from like Nintendo? There was no like big IPs that I personally really care about. I know that it's very subjective. I I I don't know. I don't know. What game are you most looking forward to? I gotta look back here and even freaking decide what I'm most looking forward to. If there's one
Oh,
you're most looking forward to that they showed.
I think it might be Dispatch. I loved Tales from the Borderlands. This stars the main character is Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad. He's doing the voice acting. That's going to be great. I'm so excited about this group coming back together and making another game. Um, aside from that, Intergalactic. That looks amazing. Oh no, no, I'm sorry, no. Project Robot from Fumito Ueda, but they're not. That's not going to be out for a while. Those guys are slow.
Ah, I like. I don't even know what I'm excited in. Like, I don't know, dude.
Pac-Man, Metroid, Pac
I
Metroid.
know. I think it's going to be Slay the Spire too. And I mean, that's not to say I can't wait and I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. It's just everything else. I don't want to say is that bad, but I could just don't. I don't care. So that's my thoughts. That's the new games, everybody. Those are all the games announced. Just because maybe I wasn't hyped, that's one opinion. Tell me, what are you hyped about? You know what Alex is hyped about? Hopefully, we don't have to wait too much longer for a majority of these games. Thanks for watching. Comment below. We'll see you next time.
Bye.